There is something out there that is called the second puberty. This is how I discovered it. I was going through pictures and I was like, oh, you know, cute pictures of me when I was 21, 22, 23. And I was like, oh, wow. Like, I remember that moment, you know, with friends. I was looking at pictures of me and my man. I don't know, something stuck out to me in these pictures. I was looking around, I'm like, wait a minute. When I was looking at myself, I was like, something looks different. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to put my finger on it. I'm going through photos and I'm like, wait, there's just something there I didn't see before. So I'm looking closer and I'm like, oh wow, my stomach was flat. Like my stomach looked snatched. I had abs. I'll put pictures wherever you guys, I'll pop them up on the screen, but I was like, wow. And then I looked at, you know what, maybe it's just like, I still look like that. I'm like, I do. So I looked at my camera roll now and I'm like, oh wow, there's a big difference in the images I'm seeing. So what's going on? What's going on? I know I might have put on a little weight here or there. I might have gotten a little thicker. but you know, maybe not thick in the way I want it. So I kept looking at pictures of myself and I was like, I definitely put on weight. Something I didn't expect, I guess. I don't know why, but when I was in college, I was never someone that put on weight really easy. Like I kind of bragged on my friends. I'm like, you know what? I never got the freshman 15, the sophomore 20, the junior 30. Like I never got that. I could eat anything I want. I had a fast metabolism growing up as well. It was a kind of a shock to look at how my body changed in like a couple years when you think like, you know, you've already gone through puberty, you've already done all your changing. And it wasn't again, guys, it wasn't a huge like, wow, like I really gained some weight, but like it's in the parts that matter to me. And they call that the second puberty. The second puberty is basically when you go through this second hormonal change as a woman in your mid-20s, when you hit 25 or 26 and beyond. And it's people like, a lot of people say like you know, your hips might get a little bit wider, you might get a little bit more weight on your stomach, and you just kind of shape more into your womanly body than like, I guess you're like younger, more adolescent body. It is real. Like that is real. I had my doubts when I was watching those videos. I was like, yeah, right. But it is. It is. And I, you know, for anyone who's, you know, 25 or 26, maybe you can back me up on this and say like, yes, this is actually real. Like I've gone through changes. And I don't think it's something that you expect to happen. I think it's also a part of getting older and something that like, again, that no one tells you that you should be looking for when you're growing up. Again, like your body's gonna consistently go through these changes as you get older and older. I don't know, I think there's kind of like a little sadness there too, because it's like your body's changing, you're getting older, but also you're like leaving this like younger 20s of yourself that you were expecting. You know, there are some reasons for like why I had gained the weight. For someone who went to the gym pretty religiously in college and got really into it, after post-grad, like a lot of that stuff like fell through the cracks for me. I went from going 4 days a week at the gym to practically 2. Also, when you work a full-time job, like you're sitting most of the time. So if you're not as active, you're sitting, that's another way to gain weight as well. I'm getting used to sitting down in an office chair, 9 to 5. As someone who got a lot of exercise fatigue and was going to the gym a lot, I got tired of planning my workouts, going to the gym, and I eventually decreased how many times I was going to the gym. When you get in relationships, especially a great one, you start putting on that healthy weight. You know, you guys go out to eat, you're in love, like you just start, you know, you put on that healthy relationship weight too. So that also has a lot to do with it. But how does one overcome it? You know, how does one get through that? I think there's no really getting through it. I just think there's an acceptance of like how your body's gonna change throughout your life and the actions that you take after. And for me, I really think it's about changing your whole entire mindset around fitness. And this is what you need to write down. Take out your pen. How you view fitness and how you change your mindset around fitness, I think it's gonna have to evolve as you get older. You know, I always wanted a fat butt. I always wanted some good glutes. I always wanted like a flat tummy. I wanted to be toned arms, toned legs. But, you know, you can work out and get those things, but once you get it, like, what do you do after? Do you keep going? the amount of, I guess, motivation over discipline goes down for that. I started viewing fitness and working out as more of like, this is stuff that makes me feel good, and this is stuff that like is gonna be more of a lifestyle rather than a desire to change my body shape, because those things like are not gonna last. They're not gonna keep you through. They're just gonna drop, and then all of a sudden you're gonna be like, wow, I stopped working out after I got my big butt and now I have a fat butt. Like now it's flabby. Lifestyle is everything. Like you really have to shift your mindset around exercise and be like, hey, I'm working out because this is a forever thing. Like working out never stops. It never stops. Even after you get your dream body, you're still gonna have to maintain, and your body still needs to be active. So working out never stops. So why treat it like a temporary solution when you can treat it like a whole ongoing thing you can do? And that's what makes it exciting for me, because you're shifting your mindset to like, oh wow, I'm doing these things to make me feel good. I've been on my like, I want to try everything like exercise fix. Yoga, Pilates, weightlifting, group fitness classes, cycling, Zumba, I don't care. I want it all. And it's been really fun because again, I love what I've been doing is I've been going to group fitness classes. I highly suggest group fitness classes because it's the one way that, you know, you can show up and the workout's already done for you. All you gotta do is show up. Yes, some of them might be a little pricey, but they are investment in your health. So that's like been one of my biggest things, and it's also on my vision board that I want to do, because again, I had fallen off of fitness, but group fitness and like having the motivation of other people and it being done for me already. I'm remembering that feeling of after working out and the adrenaline I got with it, and it makes me want to try and go back to the gym, which is still hard, very hard, but I'm also trying to prioritize like planning my week. And by the way, mid-year check-in, okay, mid-year check-in. Let's not forget about that. I want to know where you guys are. I mean, how are we with our spiritual life? How are we with our friendships? How are we with our like stuff that we put on our goal list? Like, how is that going? This is a support group for all of us. Like, we're supposed to be tapped in and we're supposed to be supporting each other. So what are we doing? That's all I have for you guys today. I just wanted to do a quick check-in with you. But please, I'll be talking to you guys very soon. Adios.